Rost.
Varl!
I found...
Shh. It's okay. I'm here.
I've got it.
Hey, easy. Easy there. Hey. It's right here. And the way you were clutching it when I found you, I knew it was important.
Where are we?
An outpost of the Utaru tribe. Not far from where you fell.
How long?
2 days. Aloy,
There's no time. I found something. In the mountains
west of Plains Song. Yeah. Kept muttering it while I carried you. Look, Aloy, whatever it is that you found, you're in no shape to...
I will crawl if I have to.
Okay, fine. But before you do that, there's someone you should talk to. An Utaru named Zoe. And she told me there's been trouble in those mountains. A cave spitting out deadly machines. Can't be a coincidence, right?
Why do we need her? Let's head for the cave.
Because we can't do this alone, Aloy.
It's in Utaru territory. Her territory. She can help us. You'll see.
Fine. Let's go see this marvelous Zoe then.
As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow.
Song.
Still the seed rises as certain as stone.
Zoe?
She should be in bed.
Aloy doesn't really do should.
You're Zoe, right? Varl said I should talk to you about the machines in the mountains west of Plainsong.
I am a grave singer. My place is here. We can talk once you've healed.
What's wrong with it?
Her. Her name is Ray, not it. She's one of our land gods. And she's dying.
But not just dying. She's suffering.
Her condition is not your concern.
So, if anyone can help, it's Aloy.
May I? So what I'm about to do might look bad, but it will help. Spear.
I'm glad to see that Aloy's helping. I thought she might be inclined to be like, screw this machine, just help me, tell me about the machines west of Plainsong, blah blah blah.
I still need to talk.
Of course. But this way.
The mountains west of Plainsong. There's trouble out there?
The Utaru have trouble everywhere. Our fields blighted, our settlements abandoned. But the cave in the mountains is the worst of it. It is a sacred place. Fa, Another of our land gods went inside weeks ago, but she hasn't emerged. Killer machines pour out instead, threatening to overwhelm us. It's never happened before.
Wouldn't be your first sacred cave.
Ray and other machines like her, you call them gods?
Land gods, yes. For generations, they provided for us, seeding and harvesting the fields of Plainsong.
We saw.
Food for all. A miracle of endless bounty.
A farm, run by machines.
More than a farm. A blessed land, providing sustenance for my people. Until the derangement.
Are we in Plainsong right now?
So what happened to the land gods after the derangement?
They faltered, year by year. Once they were peaceful, now they turn on us when we approach, even attack us. They'd always enriched the soil, but for several seasons they've glutted it endlessly with mulch. The fields have turned fetid. A blight that keeps spreading, even beyond our lands. We used to have food for all. Now we barely have enough to feed our children.
Must be over-fertilization. Spread by spores, maybe?
I don't know. That's not even the end of it. Each land god used to visit the sacred cave once a year, but no longer. Without the rituals of renewal, they've fallen apart. Like Ray. They're dying. And my tribe with them.
You said the tribe has trouble with its fields and settlements.
Yes. Whereas once the land gods harvested endless bounty from the fields, now they sow a poisonous blight. War brews among the Tanakh, so their rebels prowl our outskirts. And the machines grow ever more aggressive, hemming us in, forcing us to desert distant villages. Now they're even coming out of our sacred cave. Many in the tribe fear our days are dwindling.
Wish I could tell you it was better everywhere else.
Not that we're gonna lose hope.
Ooh. The whole scene when Aloy woke up just now was the first time where I thought, oh, okay, maybe I can see Aloy with somebody. And I don't think we talked about it. Or I didn't note it earlier, but Varl shaved. Yeah, after Aloy said she liked them better shaven.
Thanks for taking us in.
Varl's the one that carried you across the wilds.
I doubt anyone else here would have let us in. Or stayed by my side to make sure Aloy was comfortable. We were lucky to find you.
I could say the same thing.
Sounds like you two have been spending a lot of time together.
Ooh.
I wish it hadn't taken an injury to make that happen. I hope you feel better. And soon.
So the cave is sacred because machines like Ray and the one you call Fa go inside?
Yes. Before the derangement, each land god left the fields and made a pilgrimage to the cave. Always in the same order. Do first, then Ray, then me, and so on. Spattered with soil from their labors. Each reappeared 2 days later, shining anew, without so much as a scratch. All soil and ornaments of worship washed away. The tribe celebrated each return as one of the 8 hallowed festivals of our calendar.
But the derangement changed the cycle.
Yes, or so we thought. Over time, the land gods stopped the ritual, becoming crazed and brittle. But 3 weeks ago, Fa trudged inside. The entire tribe lifted their voices in song, praying that the cycle had begun again. Fa has not emerged. What has are machines built to kill.
Are machines being made inside? Like in a cauldron?
Sounds like it. But the way these land gods come and go, it's not like anything I've seen before.
It sounds like the cave is some kind of a refueling station, but now there's some kind of a virus, maybe?
You called yourself a grave singer. What does that mean?
To all living things, an end must come. It is my task to ease the passage. I try to bring comfort and sing of the renewal that death sows the way for. But I never thought I would have to sing for one of our land gods.
Oh no.
I don't even know if Ray heard me. What you did soothed her more than I ever could.
It's not your fault, so. And without the second sight, there's nothing more you could have done.
Aloy. Slowing down a little bit, starting to see different things around you, aside from saving the world.
I need to get into that cave.
What? No one does that.
Well, it's time to make an exception.
It belongs to the land gods.
Look, so there is something inside there. Something that could solve problems all over the world. The storms, the derangement. Maybe even your broken land gods.
What could possibly do all that?
A spirit?
A sub-function.
Yeah. Something like that.
I could journey back to Plainsong, assemble the chorus, tell how you soothed Ray, ask their permission to go inside.
Great. I'll get my things.
Oh, Aloy.
She needs rest.
You don't have to tell me.
I'm fine.
Assembling the chorus will take time. Heal first, then join me.
Fine. Bed rest. I got it.
Also a little bit jealous of everything going on here. I'm gonna go to bed now.
She does not need you to help her heal. You could come with me to Plainsong. Lend your voice to mine as I try to persuade the chorus. It might help her cause.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid she might run off.
Really? Very well. Later then.
Zoe, wait. It's not, that I don't want to go with you. It's just that
Oh!
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yes?
Then I look forward to more conversation.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, more conversation, alright.
You're supposed to be resting.
Laurel. You should go with her. I'll get better on my own.
You trying to get rid of me so you can...
No. Not this time. I'll meet up with you in Plainsong when I'm ready.
You sure about this?
Yes. Go. Get out of here.
Okay. So, wait.
Oh, thank God for the focus.
Who are they?
The way the other clone was dressed, clearly she was just used as an item. They used her to open all the genetic hatch doors. That's it.
Okay. held up?
Oh, Stone's Echo! Exactly where I wasn't allowed to go to before. Oh. Now we gotta go to Plainsong. I have such a knack for pre-visiting places before we're really meant to be introduced to it via the main quests. But hey, at least now we have the ability to use, to explode the fire gleam, which is great. Varl. I mean, he shaved. I thought he might have liked me. But I mean, clearly he was interested in Zoe, so. And Aloy's, I don't know, it feels like her feelings for, or her interest in romance is awakening, maybe? Spectre. Combat midweight. A highly advanced mobile combat drone. Its gold armor-like plates can morph into highly lethal weapons and can gravitationally reattach when torn off. What? Level 25, we can't defeat this. Pulse cannon. Resource repository. Regeneration unit, vector thruster. Nanoplate. This thing is very advanced. And we can't talk to Silence anymore because we tore off the focus, so now we're back to not knowing what the hell is going on, except things are very like what in the world? Oh my god. Zoe, Utaru Gravesinger. Zoe hails from the agrarian tribe of the Utaru. Once a peaceful soul, she was so horrified by the atrocities committed by the Karja during the Red Raids that she took up arms against them, even over the objections of the chorus, her tribe's ruling body. Seeking solace from the tragic events of the war, she later devoted herself to providing care and comfort to her people, becoming a grave singer, one who helps the ailing make a peaceful transition into death. When the Utaru fields fell prey to a great blight, her people were forced to the brink of starvation. Most saw this as a sign that the time had come for them to return to the earth as a part of the great cycle. Although Zoe respected Utaru tradition, she struggled to accept such a bleak fate. Aloy's arrival ignited new hope in her, as well as a long-buried fire to fight for what she thinks is right, no matter what her tribe's leaders command. That's good, that's good. We need people who are willing to break tradition here. Minerva. Minerva is the Zero Dawn subordinate function responsible for code breaking and communication. During the construction of Zero Dawn in 2065 and 66, Minerva's software was developed by Alpha Project lead Iomide Okilo. Minerva was the first subordinate function to deploy. For decades after the destruction of Earth's biosphere, it ran complex calculations to break the encrypted activation codes of the Pharaoh Swarm. Once the codes had been broken, Minerva broadcasted the activation instructions via transmission towers like the Spire and Meridian, rendering the Swarm's machines inert. Only then could the remaining subordinate functions begin the long process of restoring life to the planet. Very, very important subfunction. When Hades was infected by the mysterious signal that gave him malevolent consciousness, Gaia destroyed herself to prevent it from taking over and triggering another extinction. At this time, Minerva, deranged and semi-conscious, fled to a processor somewhere in the Forbidden West. Somewhere west of Plainsong. And the people, we don't know who they are yet. We don't know anything about them. There's more. There's more from Elizabeth's time that we don't know yet. Oh my god. I'm just struggling trying to think of all the stuff they were saying there. Spectres. Beta. The guy who was trying to kill me is called Eric. But there were also two other, one man, one woman, and then the clone. The clone who they used to open doors. That's pretty much it. Her clothes were modern. There was like a modern t-shirt. And then their armor was obviously very like cyber and stuff too. See, Silence was wrong though. Silence said, oh, they won't hurt you. They're very powerful people, but they won't hurt you. And what's the first thing they try doing as soon as they see me?
Really sorry, visitor, but you're better off gathering your own food.
Okay.
First that Karja huntress, now this outlander.
Which Karja huntress? There's a Karja huntress here?
Greetings. The dangers of the hunt require quality gear.
So they didn't let me in here because I had to come here via a main quest. Because they don't want me to accidentally bump into Zoe too early. I don't need anything. Yeah. We should try a different outfit. But first of all, we need different outfits to begin with. 2 times skill improvement. What does that mean? Nora champion. Can I compare with what I'm wearing right now? Maybe not in this screen.
So, Ray. Somehow it's docile.
Another outlander strutting
Part of
around
its
like she
programming,
owns this
maybe?
land.
Do re mi.
From one hunter to another.
Yes? You know what? Give me a second here. I'm just gonna...
I need to meet Varl and Zoe in Plainsong. Ask the chorus if we can go into their sacred cave.
Yeah.
Minerva should be inside. If I can get it, I can reboot Gaia. And then maybe we can figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. But first, I might want to explore a little. See what I can find in this area.
Some blocked paths we can now open, but not all of them. Does that storm, the Eye of the Storm, does it change locations? Where am I looking at right now? Somewhere over here. Well, I think this is fantastic. This is a great spot for us to end off, or pause the main quest for now, and then go back to like 40 hours of side questing while ruminating on what the hell anything that we saw really means. And we can also go past the fire gleam, so that's wonderful. I'm not sure if we'll be able to contact Silence in the short run though, because it seems like without the focus, with the so-called spyware, we're not really gonna be able to get to him. Just when we need him too, gosh dang it. You know how the land gods are named Do-Re-Mi? It has to do with the satellite dishes, doesn't it? It's not a coincidence. The entire Utaru culture might be based off that one little satellite dish Do-Re-Mi thing, which is crazy to think about. This one little thing left over from 1,000 years ago. Wow.
The dangers of the hunt require quality gear.
Yeah, keep trying to tell me stuff so you can whoa! Don't wave that freaking sickle around like that. That seems a little bit dangerous, don't you think? Hi. Mian.
What do you want?
Is there some sort of problem?
The problem is foreigners. You're the second one I've seen today. Sooner you all go, the better this soil will be. Less chance of bad seeds taking root.
I would have thought easing your land god's pain would have earned some goodwill around here, but...
Ray is going to die anyway, just like all of
Whoa.
us. Meanwhile, outlanders come, taking what little we have left. Just like that Karja huntress I saw earlier. All dressed up like a bird, dragging an Utaru girl behind her like a slave. Called the girl a thrush. Never heard that before.
Huh?
Must be some old Karja curse.
Wait, a Karja huntress with an Utaru thrush.
What, am I talking to myself here? Yes. Saw them just today running southwest, likely to their deaths. Can't harvest the stinger fruit there. Too many machines. Poor Utaru girl, whoever she is. May her seeds find fertile soil.
I know you didn't mean to, but you may have just helped me find an old friend. Thanks.
Don't need your thanks. Don't want it.
Not everybody likes us, which,
Karja huntress.
fair enough.
Sounds like someone I know. Southwest. I should start there. I wonder what she's doing all the way out here.
From one
Thrush
hunter to another.
is the word for... what do you call it? Like the understudy of a sunhawk, right? So if we're talking about sunhawks, Talana? Or was that her name? I think... Hold on. Southwest. Let's do it right now. Yeah. And then we'll just do whatever along the way. Forget about the main quest for now. Forget it. No. Deactivate. Let's see, we gotta find out. It's rare to see a old friend in the Forbidden West. Oh, should we just change an outfit then? Just use whatever we have right now? I feel like we should. I've been wearing this one for quite a while already. Oh my god, I've got, oh my freaking 19 skill points just sitting around. Jeez, I gotta use up some of them too. Gosh. How careful do I have to be with them? Because I'm not careful at all. I'm just doing whatever. Stamina regen. I'm not using it that much. Heavy weapon passive boost. Deal more damage while using a heavy weapon, but I don't get heavy weapons that often. Sustained burst. Bolt blaster. Don't even have that. Triple notch. I like the triple notch. I like the idea of it. Knockdown shot. Fire a special arrow that does no damage but can stagger or knock down machines. The thing about these types of weapon techniques is that you can only have one active for one weapon, right? So even though we unlock more alternatives, we can only have one at a time, which I feel like it would probably be a better use of our skill points if we invested in other stuff. Yeah, low health regen, why not? Bouncing bomb. Uses up to 2 of your currently selected bombs and depletes a medium amount of weapon stamina. Blast link? Sure, you know what? Okay. Potion proficiency. I haven't really been using potions. But I can unlock this Valor Surge. I have to equip it though. I haven't really been using it that much at all. Because I feel like I need to save it for the really big engagements, but we don't really come across big engagements that often. And then when we do, it's like one guy, and I don't feel like I wasn't gonna activate it on Eric. Valor on impact. Gain valor when hit by enemies. Potent medicine. Berries healing more, that's good. I use a lot of berries right now. Low health ranged. Ranged attacks deal more damage when you're dangerously wounded. Yeah, okay. Make myself a little bit buffer? How do I make myself stronger? What about the stealth tree? I want to go back to doing more stealthing too. Deal more tear damage while in stealth. Deal more impact damage while in stealth. I'm just using those points like crazy. Quiet movement. Yes, this will make me more sneaky. By default, let's get some more passive ones so that we don't have to think about new stuff to learn. Low profile, reduce visibility, sure. And that's another Valor Surge. Activate a cloaking device based on stalker technology. But if we aim or use melee attacks, it's done. Oh, temporarily deactivates the device. This sounds like it could be fun though. Let's try it out. Oh, so I don't need to... How come this one... 2 yellow circles are filled up, but not this one? I'm trying to figure that out right now. Not sure, actually. Quiet spear. Okay. I should probably look into the other trees too. Mounted defense, okay. Have a little bit of everything. Be a jack of all trades. Don't say the next line. Just leave it unsaid. Not everything needs to be said out loud. Okay, traps I really don't do that much, so whatever. Oh, Resonator Blast. I actually have some interest in increasing my melee skills because I feel like it's quite helpful. Aerial Slash, jump off. Whoa, that looks so cool. Jump off an enemy to quickly reposition yourself and create distance. This is an active skill. Oh, but I'm not good enough to do that, am I? I don't think I am. View next move. Oh, the next level, I guess? Jump off an enemy. Oh, that looks so... Do I have to use a melee skill, or... Oh, let's try it. Oh, it's an active skill, but it's not a weapon technique. So I don't need to, like, equip it, I don't think? Okay, Leave it at that for now. And outfits, we will wear the Nora champion. I kind of want to wear a non-Nora outfit. Silent strike heal. Let's go Nora champion for now. Because it's stealth oriented. And I just upgraded a whole bunch of stealth stuff, so I'm hoping it'll come in handy. Slots are locked.
Are you buying or selling today?
Yeah, later on, I'm gonna spend more time doing all my weaves and coils and stuff. But that time might not be now because I am mega lazy. And to be honest, it seems like it's manageable so far. I don't have to like really freak out on it. Nora Sentinel. Yeah, that was great. Oh, but this is the good one though. It's blue. Everything else is green. That's okay. Like I said, it seems manageable anyway. Yeah? Okay. Happy to leave it at that for now. No coils, no weaves. Let's go. We have a Karja Huntress to hunt down.
The chorus does not speak. Be on your guard out there.
What is she doing here anyway? Utaru? This is a tribe that we've never heard of before, right? Because earlier Aloy reacted to Utaru Thrush. I reacted to the word Thrush, but I felt like Aloy was reacting to Utaru Thrush as a whole thing. I guess we'll just have to see when we get there. Oh wow, that's where we were earlier, right? With Silence? The hologram and stuff? I didn't realize how big it was from a distance. Oh my freaking god. These leaf lashers are scary. Hey, I can just sorta...
Need the right kind of ammo to detonate that.
like fire. Piss them off. Let's try stealthing. Can we? There's no bushes here. And they're doing some crazy... Whoa. No, you know what? I'm not here for hate. We can look at this. We didn't see it last time. That's probably where the Leap Lasher convoy came from to begin with. Can I even get up here?
Okay, steady my breath. It looks like I'm close to the locator beacon that my focus detected. My focus is detecting some kind of locator beacon.
Blackbox. Flight recorder. What? This is growing on the freaking metal. This is a plane. A plane has a black box. Some kind of plane.
That door. I should be able to pry it open.
New black box located.
This is Transport 95 Yankee. We are switching to the new bearing and we'll... Down there! In the sea! No, it can't be. Projections put them 200 miles out. Well, they're here now. Quickly, bring us around them. We have to...
They were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they paid the price. They were trying to survive. As Pharaoh's machines swept the planet of life. All those people lost. To one man's ego.
I think what's really...
There's another locator beacon on the same frequency.
Find a use for the recording. Another beacon. Oh, like that one? Oh, curses. You just want me to get distracted, don't you? I think what's really painful for me to think about personally is that Operation Enduring Victory. The purpose the public purpose of that whole operation was to say that, hey, we can defeat the machines, it'll be okay, we can do this. But everybody, all the higher-ups knew that it was all a lie. And that's really painful to think about because the people were all optimistic, but it never was possible. Okay, there is some kind of a... I hear people in pain. Maybe we'll get to use our stealth stuff.
Rebels. I'd heard they'd set up outposts in the area. If I leave them be, they'll cause nothing but trouble. I should lie low. Find whoever's in charge and take them out. Maybe then this will be...
What is that guy doing? Is he chasing an animal? What are they attacking? Hey, I could snipe them from afar, but today I want to go in stealthily. Is that cool? Valor, Surge, Range Master. I guess maybe they saw some animals and they were attacking them just now. Okay, Karja Huntress, wait for me, okay? Oh no. Wait. Oh, that's a rebel rider.
You guys in for a scrap? Because it's coming.
Should probably begin with tagging people.
I can get out of this.
I think we found all we're gonna find. Let's not rush out next time.
Can I just shoot her from here? Do you think that's okay? If they find out, they'll get alerted. But forget about it because they're like, oh, well, my friend died. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Some of them are already at half health, so I think something was happening here before I came along. This is not a good spot. How do I get closer? Maybe I can get around. What is this anyway? Is this a... Oh my god, Thunder Jaws. Okay, we'll focus on this one for now. The black boxes, I'll keep. I'm just gonna make sure it's activated on the right thing. Jagged Deep. Tenakth rebels have been raising outposts throughout the Forbidden West. Trouble is sure to follow. They built their site around some sort of a gigantic machine thing. Is that the leader? It is. If we can get the leader without getting anybody else.
It's weak against shock.
Oh my... Didn't realize how close it was. Later. Later, not now. Oh, this is the official entrance. Let's try switching to using rocks and stuff. Yeah, we have so much stuff at our disposal. Use it. The traps.
Stay vigilant.
My feet ache from standing around.
The rebels have been digging up corruptors. Probably to make override modules.
Those were called corruptors. Pretty sure I saw some people up. No? Well, fine with me. There's a leader. You just friggin' snipe him from here, can't I?
Any sign of the enemy?
Grub has been stale lately. We need new supplies. I heard that!
What's your status?
Dead.
My blade is sharp. My eyes are open.
I don't think so. There aren't that many bushes around here. If I lure one over here, they're gonna see the other one and then the whole camp will get alerted, is what I'm afraid of. Oh, it's not dumb and notices its friend. It's Ryder. Whoa. No need to wait.
It's done. I should check the body. Might find something useful.
Oh, that Ryder, the Charger doesn't care. Rebel key.
A key? I should check if there's anything with a lock around here.
You guys are terrible at defending your leader. Is that it? No, there's one guy up here.
Gala will lead us to victory.
Are you wearing a helmet? Yeah, you are. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Hey!
Their leader's already dead anyway. They're terrible at this. Now we have a sniping battle. Is that the only guy left? Besides for the machines. Oh, there's... Oh, no. I think they have helmets. That's what's going on.
Who is that?
And I can't get them right.
Halt! You'll regret this!
That's fine. By the way, I only realized this recently, but I guess it's because of the haptics on the PS5 controller. I've only played one other game on PS5 so far, so I'm not really that familiar with the controller. But when you're aiming, they made it so that the trigger is really hard to hold down, I guess to mimic the tension in a bow, which I would prefer if they didn't. It does make it hard. Like it's a little bit difficult on the hands to keep holding down. Just gonna get rid of you so you're not bothering me. So I guess this camp is not as big as I thought.
Looks like they've been salvaging machine parts.
It was.
This is coming with me.
Come here. Come here. I have no use for this gun anyway. Oh!
Coast is clear. Let's hope it stays that way.
Dang. Always finding the gun when I don't need it anymore. Oh, who did I piss off?
Those are stripping corruptors for parts. That can't be good.
Okay, I'm done.
A locked chest. Good thing I found a key.
Generous valuables.
These look like identification tags. I've seen Snoke's soldiers carry them, but never this many. The rebels must have looted them from soldiers they killed. I'll keep them safe for now. Figure out what to do with them later.
Like dog tags or something? Someone's just vaguely angry at me somewhere. I don't know who. I don't know where. But I think my mission is done for now. That was it, right? Yes, that's completed. Okay, good. Now, we could go back to chasing down... Oh, what about the Thunderjaws? Well, let's look at what level they are first. Thunderjaw, level 30. Okay, don't touch it. A hulking, heavily armed combat machine. It moves and strikes with speed and ferocity, while relentlessly deploying its array of powerful weapons. Kappa overrides. Kappa, says Thunderjaw. Okay, maybe let's not go over for now then. That seems a little bit scary.